Neil, in 2010, our outgoing funds for Social Security will be more than our incoming taxes for Social Security. Considering this, how should this be handled?
Social Security is in deficit in 2010 by $29 billion. I think this is a big surprise to a lot of people. A lot of people think that Social Security is going to start running deficits sometime in the future. The point is that it's in deficit in 2010 by $29 billion. By the way, that's not part of the $1.6 trillion deficit that was proposed in the 2010 budget by the President and the Congress when that budget was approved. So we just added almost $30 billion to that deficit. We have to deal with Social Security. We've got about $2.2 trillion worth of funds that are set aside in a trust account, which is a sham, to be honest about it. And then in addition to that, we've got at least another $6 or $7 trillion in unfunded obligations, and it depends on how you count those and use discounting. But these are huge numbers. The fundamental problem with Social Security is we created an original pay-as-you-go system. The people that got benefits in the beginning didn't pay anything to get in, which means that at some point, unless we fund it, people at the end will not get any benefits. And today, I'm a part of a generation that does not expect to get any benefits from Social Security. I think that we can deal with it very directly. Let's recognize that today it's a Ponzi scheme because it's not funded. And what we need to do, what we can do, is we can start taking and reducing promises to meet current expectations. So, as somebody who's relatively young still, I would much rather pay a portion of my Social Security taxes and just call them a tax and recognize them for what they are. Let me take 6%, for example, and I'll just pay it as a tax. Let me take the other 6%, and if I could save it in a true savings account, whether it's an IRA or a 401k, at least I would have something, and that's better than nothing, which is what I expect today. And when I say we can manage expectations, I have a grandfather who's in his 80s who paid his entire life into Social Security. I believe that he paid in good faith, and we should honor that obligation to him. But as we start stepping down through generations, the baby boomer, Generation X, Generation Y, etc., I think that we should stop making promises that we can't afford to keep. And let's be reasonable about if Social Security is supposed to be a safety net, let's treat it like a safety net and not call it a retirement program that is bankrupt, because that's what it is today.